2024 has been an incredible year, with 300-plus trailblazing projects launched across 22 countries. We led the charge in creative tech innovation, setting benchmarks for the industry. Our expertise shone in mixed and augmented reality, where we delivered Snap AR lenses, TikTok AR effects, and Instagram AR experiences. Advanced web AR and in-app AR campaigns. Immersive campaigns for Meta Quest 3 and Apple Vision Pro. And the revolutionary AliveOnPrint solution that brought static print to life. In gaming, we created experiences that captivated in-app games and web-based hyper-casual games. Viral hits with flip-talk games and stunning 3D games. And immersive 360 experiences that redefined engagement. And that's not all. We also designed next-level web-based Gen AI experiences, produced jaw-dropping CGI videos, and built WhatsApp bots integrated with AI capabilities that engaged like never before. Here's a showcase of our top 24 creative tech builds from 2024, where we didn't just meet expectations, we redefined them.
So for Fibe, the instant loan app, we created an in-app game in time for the Olympics that enabled people to show their support for the Indian participants, but also were encouraged to use the app for certain rewards from the application. They could win vehicles, phones, and other electronic items just by taking part. Now, the contest took part throughout the course of the Olympics, so it was a campaign that ran for 3 to 4 weeks, and it saw over 3 lakh participants and user acquisitions during that campaign, which was a great success for the app, and we're looking forward to the next one.
So Skechers has launched a range of clothing called Skechers Retroverse. So to go along with it, we built a arcade-style claw machine game for them, where the users get to use the claw, pick up the clothes, and discover the collection. So go check it out.
Alright, I think it's time to take a short break and go to Dubai to participate in the Sharaf DG Rush Rally.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah?
And you know, when we were designing the game, we were inspired by the landscape of Dubai. And we tried incorporating few of the famous buildings like Palm Jumeirah, Ferrari World, and Burj Khalifa. And the user had to go through the map to all the 19 stores to collect the electronic items.
So you're driving around the city in the game. Okay, yeah.
That's true. And the fun part was if you collect 19, all of them, you get to win iPhone, Samsung TV, a washing machine, and smartphones.
And unique discount coupons,
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Yeah. But I think the interesting part was the in-store activation that they had. So they've put up these big screens in the store. So any purchase that you do, post-purchase, you were given a unique code.
Right.
So you go to the screen, scan the QR code, and put the code before you launch the game. Now you can see the gameplay on the screen, but the fun part was your mobile became the controller of the game. I think that was a really cool idea, and a lot of people enjoyed, playing these games in the store. So moving on to the next one, what are we going to talk about, Shriram? Which one? Oreo.
Yes. Very interesting project deployed in South Africa. It's a TikTok effect and an Instagram filter and a microsite.
And in the filter, they had a custom keyboard where you can enter your name and record your video. And the campaign was called Oreo Our Way.
Basically, you can use the filter to capture how, in your own way, you twist, lick, and dunk the Oreo.
That's correct. And they had a microsite in which they were tracking all the videos through the hashtag. So I've seen dancers, cyclists, skateboarders creating really amazing content and putting it out there. And definitely something encourages more people to try the experience.
Let's talk about Tata Chakra Gold and their association with the release of Pushpa 2. We actually created a really fun experience. Taking 4 iconic poses that Allu Arjun does in the movie, we encouraged people and fans of the movie to mimic that pose and upload their picture. Now this is where the smart stuff happens. Irrespective of where you take your picture and how you frame it, The experience smartly removes everything around you except you in that pose and integrates you seamlessly into the poster.
Is Cadbury Miniatures AliveOnPrint project, where brilliant videos were displayed on OOH screens at various key locations in Dubai, where the users were able to scan the QR code and launch the experience.
Without having the requirement of a browser or an app. That is the most exciting part.
Yeah. In the experience, the artworks on the packaging came to life, where you can see the animations in 3D and you can feel the visuals coming towards you. So the depth of the artwork coming to life in 3D was really amazing.
The next project we're going to talk about is something really cool we did for Red Bull. If you're a fan of breakdancing and b-boying events, the Dance Your Style World Finals are being held in Mumbai for 2024. As part of that event, we created an experience that is on the Red Bull's website, where essentially you vote for who you think is a better dancer versus the other. So in this experience, you had dancer A versus dancer B, or if you've tried it out, there's blue versus red. And you are the judge in this experience, because we already know the results, Red Bull knows the results, but this experience is all about you being the judge. Right? If you pick right, you get +1, and if you pick wrong, you get -1. And you're put on a leaderboard where you stand a chance to win big prizes. There is a special part of this experience which is unlike any other competition, where there is a second leaderboard if you have a special unique code for a sponsor that they have, 7-Eleven, on board. And if you enter that code, then you stand a chance to win things from them as well, provided that you are first or in the top 10.
It's a brand new show on Geo Cinema. The interesting thing about this experience is that it is an in-app deployment, and you can launch it through banner or you can launch it on the show page. It's a very spooky game, and the users get to experience different haunting locations, and you can just look around and spot entities. It will be live alongside the show for 2 months now, and yeah, play the game. Try to get on top of the leaderboard and win big prizes.
The project that we're going to talk about is Saturday Kanandeli, which was created to celebrate Onam, where you could create digital pookolums. There were 5 different types of pookolum patterns, and each pookolum pattern had 4 to 6 different layers, which you could fill with 7 different types of flower petals. Imagine, Sid, how many pookolums could be created through
So
the
many.
experience. And the whole experience was heavily promoted by influencers, where they shared their creations on social media. Now, give me a wild guess of how many actual permutation and combination of pookolums can be created out of it.
Many?
No, I said numbers.
Okay, 1 million?
Okay, multiply it by 10. It's that vast.
Every year we do a campaign for Samsung, and predominantly around Southeast Asia, because they have this Super Brand Day sale that happens around the same time every year. Previously we had done interactive games for them. This time we did something very different, very unique, where we created an experience that enabled a person to, one, view the variety of products that were going to go on sale from Samsung, but 2, enjoy an experience that rewarded them at the end with a voucher. So in this one, what they had to do was launch the experience and pinch to zoom out on an image that starts off looking at one Samsung product. And as they zoom out and zoom out further, they realize that they're seeing things about Samsung phones, about their TVs, and eventually zoom out far enough to find that voucher that they could use during the sale. And this was in collaboration with Lazada, so they could take that code and then immediately go and utilize it during that sale to get their discounts and make their purchases.
Okay, the next one is a very interesting project which is done for Oppo. So AI is making noise everywhere, and Oppo actually seamlessly built that in their new phones. And the exciting thing about is that how you see a lot of people are trying and using AI to create different versions of their pictures. And this particular feature that comes in the Oppo's new phones lets you do it in the phone itself.
Oh, so you can, like, any picture that you take,
Yeah.
you can modify it on the phone itself.
On the gallery itself, actually. You can
that's
create
cool.
different versions. Like, for example, if you have a picture of yourself in the gallery,
Okay.
you can create a version of picture where you look like a warrior or you look like a James Bond in the full party suit and things that are very cool.
Perfect. That's, I think that's one of the very cool features. Like, I would always wanted to, I would look for standalone apps and websites to modify my pictures, but this is such a huge, I would say, relief, in terms of having this feature inbuilt into the phone itself, where I can modify my pictures and, imagine however I want it to be.
Yeah, so actually to get a kind of a sneak peek into this experience, we created a gamified experience where there are different looks that are there that you can actually drag and drop onto the phone screen. So it simulates the real-time, processing of how the AI does in the phone and gives you that output.
So these icons that you drag and drop, these are different effects.
Different looks or effects that the AI can generate for you.
Okay.
Just to give a sneak peek of what the AI in Oppo is capable of.
Awesome.
So the next interesting campaign we worked on was for Mondelee's lunch bar, where the campaign was based on a conspiracy theme, where they have a character called Lucas, and you have to explore his theories and solve for certain tasks.
Okay. This was deployed in South Africa.
Yes. So the users land in a desk area, which is Lucas's desk, and they have to basically explore each of the different objects on the desk. By exploring these objects, you tend to go into different experiences. So one of the experiences, for example, a telescope, where you have to find the peanut nebula in a large galaxy. And all this information you will learn from the experience. Basically, every time the user plays this experience, it's actually different. So it's not like you can replicate the same experience every single time. So users who completed the task in the lowest amount of time get a chance to win goodies worth of 50,000 rands.
The project that we worked on, it was for a confectionery product and a confectionery brand called Barney.
In the Middle East.
In the Middle East. The mascot is a fun-looking bear, and the experience is an extension of that, but it was more educational. The idea is you scan a QR code on the packaging, and then the packaging itself turns into a target. You point your phone at the target, and it reveals a solar system. Essentially, in the middle where the sun would be, you have the packaging, and then you have planets revolving around it. And every planet you tap on gives you a pop-up and gives you a little bit more information about that planet. Where it really gets interesting is the next phase, where you're answering questions to a quiz, and all of those answers are things that you would have learned by exploring the first half of the experience. So when a question pops up asking you what is the furthest planet from the sun, as soon as you tap on that object in augmented reality, you're answering your question. So it's a fun interaction for parents and kids to enjoy at home.
So Karthik, the next one we are talking about is a newsfeed game built for GRT. It's specially built for Friendship Day, where the winner gets vouchers from the brand that he can redeem at the store. So the game goes like you upload photos of your friends, specifically 6 friends, and then it reveals the friend with whom you have a sparkling bond. So who's your best friend?
The Navratna Cool Chase game. I think this was a very cool way to beat the heat in style. We partnered with one of the leading multinational FMCG brands to build their first ever hyper casual branded game. I don't think this is just a game, this was a very beautifully crafted brand story.
And you know what, Gurjeet, when we were designing the game, we were inspired by the television commercial, which was set in Indian Carnival theme, and we tried to replicate the essence of Indian Carnival theme within the game, and there were lots of collectibles.
And I think these elements, resemble the ingredients of the Navratna Cool Talc.
That is correct. And when the character touches these elements within the gameplay, there were micro animations, multiple micro animations happening around the character.
But my favorite part is the added star power. We also designed a 3D avatar which resembled their brand ambassador Varun Dhawan.
So the IPL season is going on, and this time we had very fun projects that we worked on for IPL. The one that I really like is the one that we built for Geo Cinema, and this is a very exciting snap lens for a special reason, because this had an integration of live match APIs in it, and you get to see different interesting things ball by ball.
So as things happen in the match, say a wicket or a 6 or a 4,
Yeah.
there'll be things reacting real time on an AR lens.
Yeah, on a Snapchat AR lens. So that is what is the mind-blowing thing about this particular lens. And what happens is that when the match is not there, there is like a real-time countdown that's being shown if you happen to open the Snap lens. But when you launch this lens during the match time, you can see the live scoreboard. And the more interesting thing is when you switch to the rear camera and point it towards the sky, you see a life-size 3D player
In the sky.
who's wearing the team jersey, and he gives you this interesting reactions ball by ball. Like, if there's a 4, he enjoys, he stand up, he celebrates it, and if there's a 6, he celebrates it. There's like a confetti, very interesting animation that is there. Very detailed, complex filter that has a lot of nitty-gritties into it.
Brand new product from AliveNow. It's called AliveOnPrint. It's a way in which we can bring any print ad to life. All a user needs to do is scan a QR code from the print ad and point it at the ad to bring it to life. There is no need to download an additional app, no need for a browser. It's just instant. All you need to do is point, and then we can have video playback, we can have products being revealed, and a whole bunch of other things that are possible thanks to the brand new AliveOnPrint. Okay, so here you can see AliveOnPrint in action, where we helped bring a print ad to life for the brand new launch of the Kia Carnival. It even helped them set a record for first day bookings as well.
Tata Tea Gold is a prominent brand in West Bengal, and every year they launch different campaigns to celebrate Pujo, as it's a main festival within Kolkata. This year they have come up with Pactivation, where they have 5 different packs with 5 different Kumarthani dolls, where the user needs to scan the QR code on the packs and bring the dolls to life in AR. So Cadbury as a brand has always given prominence to gifting. So this time when they launched new packaging for their 2 of the packs, they wanted to have an experience where the packaging comes to life with the gifting experience. So we gave them a Gen AI WebAR experience. So the users could scan the pack and see the packaging come to life in AR and generate a personalized greeting for their loved ones.
They could actually select from a list of relationships like friends, parents, acquaintances, colleagues, and everything. So basically this got stitched into the AI module that custom generated a greeting based on the relationship with the sender. That
also the occasion.
Also the occasion, yeah. Okay, next one we want to speak about is something very interesting and exciting. While Gurjeet is lost in his Vision Pro. So this is the next project that we want to talk about, something that we built for Infosys for showcasing their new product Helix. So we built an immersive experience in Vision Pro where users are taken into a virtual reality experience where they can learn more about Helix and the product truths in an immersive experience. It's a very interesting experience. There are a lot of interesting animations of 3D objects, and it makes you feel like you're transported into a virtual world, literally. This is again done for a OTT platform for one of their web series that is coming out called Poacher, and it's about elephant poaching.
What I really like about the project was you all just took one environment and added these elephants so seamlessly. Like it looked like it was they were actually a part of this.
Exactly.
scene.
So this experience was gamified where there are elephants, and your challenge specifically is to save the elephants that have the tusks, and all you have is just 30 seconds. Very intense game.
Yeah,
You should
with
try
a very important message.
Yeah.
A launch, yeah, Al Sheikh. It was a launch of a convention center. I think the game was called Spot and Win Al Sheikh.
And done in a very beautiful, visually beautiful game.
You know, the design was so good that I'd actually use it as a wallpaper on my phone. It was so detailed, where you actually had to kind of like a Where's Waldo style of experience where you have to zoom in and try and find someone.
And it's like a bird's eye view of entire stuff that's happening over there.
Yeah, there's
there's
a whole bunch of people doing all kinds of stuff. You have to find
Al-Sheikh.
You have to find Turkey Al-Sheikh, and you stand a chance to win something.
Imagine these iconic heroes, these world champions, transformed into small boxy figures, and with this such well-crafted mechanics. It just took me back to my childhood days where I used to play a lot of
It's
games.
actually like, it feels like a video game that you used to play in early 90s.
Yeah, and the sound effects itself left a lot for the player to imagine, and it was so good that you just keep coming back and playing again.
Very intricately designed punches and blocks and all that. Very interesting game.
In fact, do you know even Anthony Joshua himself played and spoke about this game and how much he loved about it?
That's amazing.
Yep.
I think the first one that I want to mention for this particular edition would be the AI decor experience for Cadbury miniatures. So it essentially transforms a picture of your space that you upload. It could be your living room, your office, anything that you want to transform. And the second layer is that you can upload a picture just by yourself with your family or friends. And what the experience does in entirety is that it crops out your image from your background, applies it onto this transformed background that you uploaded, adds the required branding, and then you have like a branded, transformed, hyped up picture that you can download as a poster.